going on, YouTube? My name is Stefan Washington. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Reckless Logic. Alrighty guys, do not want to waste anybody's time, so let's get straight into the video. Alrighty guys, I have commentary for you guys today. I will be doing commentary on the Tank interview that he did with Angela Yee, the whole lip service situation. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so Angela Yee is best known for being on the Breakfast Club, but however, she has her own show called Lip Service. Now, on Lip Service is something similar to Breakfast Club, but however, I feel like they're a little bit more talk about sex more on the show and stuff like that. I kind of watch it here, watch it there, but whenever I watch it, it's all about sex or whatever. So basically, on there, she brings guests. They talk about a multitude of things. And on this particular episode, they end up having Tank on the show. Oh, and by the way, I have my notes here on the side, so if you see me go like this, I have my notes. Alrighty, so brought on the show, and basically she had a hypothetical question. Based on the hypothetical question, it was saying, if a man was to give another man oral sex twice because he was curious, does that make him gay? Now, Tank, being more of a open-minded person, said no, it doesn't make it gay. It makes him more it makes it experimental. And after that, that little part of the interview got to the general public's knowledge, people started sending a lot of disrespectful stuff towards Tank, and people started to respond, and then people started to think about the question: is it gay or does it make it experimental for men? Keyword, for men. So after that, I guess it got really bad, so Tank ended up responding in a video and basically saying that he said what he said, he's not taking back what he said, we have to stop being so homophobic, yada yada yada. So let's get straight into the situation because I'm gonna break it down. Alright, so the way we're gonna do this is that I'm gonna read my little bullet points that I have here on the side, and then after that I'm gonna elaborate on them. So that's the best way we're gonna get this done. Alright, so the first thing I want to say is that Tank is very secure in his sexuality. Now, when you are a man or a woman and you are secure in your sexuality, it's nothing that anybody can say or do to change your mind when it comes to you and your sexual preference. Now, however, let's talk about how that if you are secure in your sexuality and stuff like that, and you have to realize that other people have different walks of life, so there's nothing that anyone can do to change your mind about that. And for Tank, he performs at Pride. He feels comfortable around LGBT, queer loving, queer same gender loving individuals. He's feel comfortable around them, so he's very secure in himself and stuff like that. Now, another thing I want to talk about is because on his Instagram, when he responded and stuff like that, I've seen people make very disrespectful comments towards him and stuff like that. So what I want to say is this. Let me just calm down real quick. I want to say that for my LGBT people, have more respect for Tank, especially in this situation, is because he is an ally to the community. And what you have to realize is that he is a heterosexual black man who's an ally to the LGBT community. There's not a lot of them out there. So with that being said, Tank has not come out and said that he is gay. He has not come out and said that he is bisexual. He has come out and said that he is a straight man. So treat him as such. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Now, the next thing I want to say is that being queer is a consistent thing. This is an everyday thing. You just don't choose to have a gay encounter and then all of a sudden you're gay. That is not how it works. Like for me, I'm part of the LGBT. If I was to sleep with a woman, does that make me straight? No, it does not. So with Tank saying that if someone has a gay encounter or two gay encounters, that doesn't make them gay, I 100% agree, because we have been taught that in this world, if a woman has a gay encounter and stuff like that and decides to go back with a man, then that's what she is. She's a heterosexual woman that just so happens to have the dip and dab, this, that, and the third. But if a man does it, that's not how society works, and it's not acceptable. You're gay. That's basically how it is for society's reasons. And that is not how it works. We have people always want to reduce gay to just the action of having sex with the same gender. That is 100% not true. We have gay people that have families. We have gay people that get married. We have gay people that fall in love. And I feel like people need to stop reducing gay people or queer people to just sex. And I feel like once people grab that concept, then it'd be easier for them to Basically, treat them like straight people. People have to really understand this concept, because once you start to realize that these are individuals, they do fall in love, they do have families, they do have a life, then understanding everything along the way becomes 100% easier. Not to sound ignorant or anything like that, so let me just touch up on this point here. And the question that's being asked is, do I think that if a man has 2 gay encounters, does that make him gay? My personal answer is no, I do not. But however, I do think that once you get to that 3rd to 5 times, yeah, you may be gay or you may be bisexual, because the first time you probably feel real nervous, your nerves bad, you probably never did this before. Second time, it probably was a little better, but you probably need to know, like, be for sure. Around the 3rd time, you kind of know if you like it or not. For me personally, that's what I think. You don't have to agree, but that's what I think. That's like me going into the mall and they always had the little samples on the plates, and the first time I probably liked it, like, okay, I liked it, but however, it was alright. I didn't get enough to really get to really get the full flavor of the sample I got at the mall. So let me get a second one. Around 3 to 5 samples, you should know if you like or dislike that certain item and stuff like that. Sexuality is a spectrum. We have been taught that with certain things it's always black and white, and that is far from the truth. Sexuality is a spectrum. So on this spectrum, you have one side that's homosexuality, and on the other side you have heterosexuality, and in between you have a lot of gray, which is bisexuality. Now the way you can be able to actually start paying attention and realizing this type of thing. Now for men, we don't really express our sexuality like that unless it's heterosexuality and stuff like that in society and stuff like that. Now women, on the other hand, they are more free and more fluid with their sexuality. Now for instance, there are levels to bisexuality. Now we have some people that may be strictly homosexual, we have some people that may be strictly heterosexual, but however, we have a lot of people that are in the bisexual range. That is the key. A lot of people are in that gray area, that bisexual range. So for instance, a woman, let's take a woman for example. A woman, she may feel on another girl's titties, but she may not be sexually attracted to another woman. She may feel on her, grab her ass and stuff like that, but she may not want to sleep with her. She may not want to pursue a future with her. She may not even want to even go the full 9 yards with a woman. But however, another woman, she may want to receive head from another woman, but however, she doesn't want to give head back. She doesn't want to have sex with her. She can receive oral sex, but she doesn't want to give oral sex or go the whole 9 yards with another woman and stuff like that. Or another woman, she may want to have sex with a woman, but however, she can't see herself having a future with a woman, getting married to a woman and stuff like that. And those are factors that play with the spectrum, and those are things you have to pay attention to, especially in college. Like, they may kiss a girl, however, they will never have a girlfriend or anything like that. There is a double standard when it comes down to men and women and with their sexuality. There is a double standard, there is misogyny, and there is hypocrisy when it comes down to men and women with their sexuality. Now for women, they are more free with their sexuality. They are able to express their sexuality more fluently than men are. That is just a fact. Like, for example, women are able to have a couple of lesbian encounters, but then when they realize that they tried it out, they didn't like it, they had the thought in their mind, they're like, okay, I'm gonna try it out, I didn't like it, I'm gonna go back to men. They are able to be easily accepted, as in, oh, I'm back to being a heterosexual woman. However, for men, it's not that easy, and it does not really happen. That's why a lot of people do not be 100% honest about what they do, because if a man was to do the exact same thing, he would be butchered. They will put a label on him that is not correct in how he truly feels. They call him gay, bisexual, stuff like that, and that may not be the case. Now this goes under the whole double standard when it comes down to sexuality between men and women. Now the misogyny of it all. Now I was having a conversation with a group of friends, and the question was, what do you guys consider a threesome? Now for me, I'm taking from a heterosexual and a homosexual stance, more of a bisexual stance, and I feel like that's gonna give me the best answer and basically break down the hypocrisy and the misogyny of how sexuality works within society. So basically, what do you consider a threesome? Now people were saying that a threesome, it has to do with having sex with 3 people. Alrighty, so let me break it down for you guys. Alrighty, you have 2 sets of people. You have 2 women and 1 man, and on the other set you have 2 men and 1 woman. Now let's start with the easiest set to break down. So the first set was the 2 women and 1 man. Why would that be considered a threesome? Now of course the obvious is that the 2 women and 2 men, they have threesomes they have sex with each other. That's what makes a threesome. Now however, someone else asked me, why does the 2 men and the 1 woman, why is that not considered a threesome? They consider that, for me, a tag team. Now the reason why that's considered a tag team is because typically the 2 men would not have sex with each other. Let's do the plot twist. Now let's not look from a heterosexual standpoint. Let's look from an overall standpoint. Now let's go back to the second set of people. Second set of people, there are 2 men and 1 woman. Now if the 2 men were to have sex with each other, that would make a threesome, because the woman would have sex with the 1 man, and the woman would have sex with the other man, and the other man would have sex with the other man and have sex with the woman. That is what a threesome is. Now here comes the misogyny and the hypocrisy of it all. I just explained the example. Hopefully you guys get it. Let's get into the misogyny and let's get to the point, the reason why I'm bringing up this point. Now for society reasons is that you have a threesome with a man and 2 women, that's acceptable. But however, when a woman have a threesome with 2 men, she's a hoe. She's looked down upon. Is that? But however, the way I look at it is that if it's 2 women on 1 man, wouldn't that be a tag team as well? Why is that when a man is doing the same thing as a woman, he's considered glorified, a king, and he's raised and he's put on a pedestal? But when a woman does the exact same thing, or she's a hoe, she's this, she's that. The thing I dislike is that when Tank started to speak his truth and how he really felt, is that people started to give him backlash for the things that he thought were right. Is that, and I think this is what the thing is, and I seen this in another one of my favorite YouTubers, and what she said is that in the world we have established certain standards, and a lot of people have agreed to these social standards. But however, as time goes on, we're starting to realize and starting to evolve and realize that these standards are wrong, and we just don't agree with them anymore. We don't agree with them, and they don't apply to everyday life. And these standards were good for the time being back then, but however, they're not good for right now if we want to evolve as people. And I think that's what the issue is. Now before I end, I say that to say this, is that people want everyone to speak their truth and live in their truth. But however, when people live in their truth, you attack them for it. And I think that's what people have to realize. That is the reason why people do not come out the closet. People do not speak the 100% their truth. Not saying that Tank is or is not in the closet. I want to make sure I don't people misconstrue my words. But however, this is the reason why the DL epidemic is so high and so dangerous in people of darker complexion, is because we tell people that, yo, you can be honest with us. Tell people the truth. You don't want these women to be in danger and think that they have a husband, but however, behind closed doors they have quote unquote another woman. So you tell people these things, but however, when they actually come to you and give you the truth, you attack them for it, you disrespect them for it, you look down on them for it, you try to kill them for it, and you try to discriminate against them for it. And that's why the DL epidemic is so dangerous in people of darker complexion. That is it for my commentary video for today, guys. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit that subscribe button, and please smack that notification bell so do not miss any more posts from me. And until next time, guys, I will see you guys later.
Bitch. What?